ever witnessed Wrestler's Court?
No, but I heard there was one with Melina. I think it was because it was on Raw. There was one when I was there, but it was like right as we came in, and it was on Raw. Melina had some issue. I don't even know what it was. I don't think anybody would even tell me. Um, but Melina had a wrestler's court while I was there. So yeah, I heard the stories. It's true. Taker was
Yeah,
the judge and JBL was the prosecutor, I think.
right.
But you know what? That's great. That's creative. That's great. You solve the problems.
Sure.
It's family, like make a resolution the right way.
Right. Right. You
So
hear stories like Brad Maddox was in the ring and he said something Vince didn't like, and he said, "Fire him when he gets in the back." Were you ever there for any of those moments? Like, did you ever see anybody get chewed out by one of the office guys or get fired?
I was there when Miz got chewed out because he was screaming to the fans on the microphone. This was like in the very beginning when Miz like had and Miz is such a good dude. Like he wasn't even a pain in the neck or anything. Like I understand if he was like a pain in the neck and he was rubbing everybody the wrong way. I think they really put him through the ringer and he Miz really did take a lot of shit to like earn respect.
Hmm.
And he traveled with us too at some points. Um, but I just remember Vince coming out and it was him and Morrison and they went out when they first tagged and Vince was cutting a promo and then Vince was like, stop yelling at these people, like came out into the arena and was yelling at him to like stop yelling at these people because he was just loud on the mic. It's hard to get used to talking to the mic in an arena,
Right.
like
Right.
how like if you talk too low or if it's too far away, like and it's I remember that. Um, I was there with the chicken in the locker room Miz thing. Like I was at the show. We ended up, Miz had already been at it was a house show. So you heard that story about Miz getting kicked out of the locker room? Because he
Oh,
was
he
eating
was eating chicken
chicken
over someone's
over
bag.
someone's bag. Yeah, it was
Okay.
fried chicken.
You were
He
there
wasn't
for it?
traveling with us at the time. It was fried chicken apparently. And it was like the chicken crumbles, like but it had already happened when we arrived, and then Miz had told the boys, so he's telling some people that he got kicked out because someone said he was eating chicken over someone's suitcase, and it was kind of, and I'm not in the boys' locker room clearly, but he's like, I'm not like this, and like it's just fall, you just
Right.
think it's falling all over the place. It was blown out of proportion from what he was telling us. So I was there for that, and then he ate crow and changed other places, and it's just exactly what he said. He ended up after a while just going, Taker, like, can I come back? Like Taker wasn't on the show at the time, so it wasn't Taker that kicked him out. um that's all I'll say about that. But
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, JBL gave it to him, like Miz A Crow, and eventually earned the respect. And he did what you should do in that situation if you're kind of being put in your place. So I don't think he necessarily deserved it, but I also am aware I'm not there for everything. I just know the Miz that I know and the Miz I traveled with, and he's such a good dude. Always was a good dude because he did come to OVW, and I knew him in that environment, and he traveled with us. I knew him in that environment. He didn't bug me, his personality whatsoever. I don't know if it bugged other people. Um, but if I was in that situation, I'd do the same thing. Okay, I'll go change here. Okay, yes, ma'am. No, sir. Like I would have done that too, and it paid off. And he's constantly used, constantly. So yeah. So I was there for that. Those two things. Nothing super big. No big fights happened right in front of me or anything like that. So
Were you there when Eddie was there?
no, I met Eddie on the Indies. So when Eddie
Okay.
had one of his hiatuses and was on
Hmm.
the Indies, I met him on the Indies in Jersey, actually. Um, he was wrestling Joey Matthews, I believe. What a gracious guy. And it was just when he was on the Indies, you all knew he kind of had some demons. That's why he
Hmm.
wasn't with the company anymore. So it was, he was such a nice guy and so gracious and quiet and talented. And was very open to giving advice to people on that show that I was on, and just sad to think, oh, what a good dude. And to have these demons is just hard. It's just, your heart goes out to them, but
Right.
then to get it back together. And then, he passed while I was in transition from OVW to getting signed. So it was like
Okay.
very soon, right before I got signed. So I remember that passing, and but I never met him while I was up there. Like we never, and I just remember when they decided to bring the car for us and our gimmick, the boys had said to Vickie, like, kind of like as a respectful thing, like, are you okay with that? Like this was Eddie's thing to have these cars and stuff. And she was so nice to say yes. And um, so yeah, just such another loss, especially when like you conquer that hold that something has on you, and you're on your way
Right.
up, and in a great place and just doing so well. It's just so sad for something like that to happen, because as you can see in this industry, he's left such a mark and a place in hearts and memories and matches and stuff. So yeah, so I never got to work with him in that sense. I met him on the indies. So
Talk to you about Vickie Guerrero. What a performer, huh? What a
oh
great
my gosh,
performer.
she just exploded. She was the mom of the locker room, she just got it. So um it was comforting to have somebody like that there in the locker room for someone like me who was kind of starting out. So yeah, she definitely exploded with her personality. They really ran a lot with her, and an easy heel to get heat on me as like the easy baby face with the wedding and the catching of the, oh my god, the stress of catching that bouquet. Like you have to catch it. I'm like, oh my god, like what if I don't? Like thankfully I did. And of course the girls didn't mess with me. They knew I had to catch it, so they weren't
Right.
like fighting me for it. But um yeah, that was a fun time. Vickie, I mean, it's kind of like what they say now, like Dominic, the fans don't let him talk. It was the same thing with Vickie, same kind of
Right.
heat. So fun.
Anything you want to plug?
Um, well, my Instagram, DDC Chick, is out there. I have Twitter or X or whatever they're calling. So that's former Diva Cherry. So FMR Diva Cherry. And I'm actually working on some new exciting business skills and events coming up. So keep an eye on my Instagram, because I'm going to post it on my stories. I'm kind of working on something really exciting I want to share soon. So keep an eye on that. But other than that, those are the social medias I have. I don't have Facebook, at least now. So, but yeah, I'd love to hear anybody who wants to reach out. I've got photos, I've got some other stuff coming up. So yeah.